if there is any problem, breakdown in the dam, you don't consider that over the all areas till Alexandria will be flooded. And we talk about a time frame. So it's coming to the high risk value.
And the high risk Sudan and Egypt too, not only
exactly, because first it will hit Sudan within the first 4 days till reach to the high dam.
And the impact is higher in Sudan.
Is higher in Sudan. Because you consider that
so these are the negative consequences of the dam.
Yeah. We have put a preliminary study which it had been set under a very qualified expert peoples in Egypt, in the Faculty of Engineering in Cairo, and also in Ain Shams University, and they tried to put a simulator for in case if the dam had been broke down and the flooding across Sudan, with the 3 dams across Sudan had been destroyed, to reach to El Khartoum, the main capital, then pass across the high dam to Aswan, and this is supposed to be flooded over a height of 18 meters flooded over. And for that reason we said within a few days after that reach to the high dam, that will be across even to Alexandria. So the problem is very surf-technical. If the Ethiopian side will not respect that the way we deal with, according to our international agreement since 1957, which it's all the people across the Nile. The second, the agreements, which recently Antibes agreements, it had been set in just from one side. It's including 6 countries without including the main resources countries, which it's the main creator for that agreement before.
Yes,
we will go to the court.
Does this mean that Egypt is now mentioning that the focus is on the technical aspect? Does this mean that Egypt is now accepting the dam being built, and it means that there is a new agreement to be signed?
There's been a change of position?
First, to answer that question, firstly, there is agreement had been set. There is a money had been delivered to that dam. 30%, and today you're supposed to be 38%. Now it's come facts. The base of the body had been set, so we shall accept the way and we shall deal with. The matter is, we now over saturated and understood well how to deal with these people. So we are more balanced, we are more concentration than before, and we try to attack the others, but in a political way. First, we shall report a technical report about the all disadvantage and the damage is coming to Egypt in case if the failure happened to that dam. And this is supposed to be highlighted to the high rank of the security level to assure that these people didn't accept our evaluation and observation, which means add a value to them, and they did something not under the standard building and the system of to design a risk factor for a dam like this situation. The second is we need to assure that our amount of the water is sufficient to Egypt, which it's normal we took is 55 billion cubic meter of water, and this is supposed to be maintained. I will not go any further because I put some solution even in my, I have been delivered one research to the government. It had been published in many newspapers. One of these, when you need to display back, I said it ahead to Ethiopian, we can deal with them as an alternative option. In case of our negotiation coming to the wall, and there is no any solution to meet the all parties negotiation, then we can come to the second option for us. The second option for us, we try to put 3 solutions in the same simultaneously way. First one, we need to create all the projects that had been done by President Sadat, which in 1997, that to do one extension of a river, of the Congo River, back to Egypt, and we have one study had been done by American company, it's called High Limited Company. This had been studied that they can accept the possible to extend one extension of the Congo River with 1,000 kilos back to Egypt, end of Sudan, and this can be another resource to Egypt to get a water. The second option, which is also a solution to recirculate again the flooded water, which it's lost in the Mediterranean Sea, which had been determined between 15 to 16 billion cubic meter of water lost in the Mediterranean Sea without benefits. If we recycling the direction of this water in the two different directions, like in the Western Desert, Qattari Depression, or in Sinai as using for agricultures, new accommodations, new peoples, new buildings, new completely fulfill cities, which add a value to the Sinai area and also in the desert. The third thing, which it's also do something for us, we need to back again to the underground waters, and we try to evaluate our water tables properly, and we have a complete study for that one. And we need to be ready for unexpected issues is coming from this dam, an unexpected way that Ethiopian with some behind countries try to support Ethiopian towards our violences.
Well, Dr. Amr, let me just move on now to the political arena a little bit. We've been seeing student protests during this week, and I don't know, but I'm thinking that maybe the nature of the protests have even changed. Now we're seeing women being very violent, damaging buses and breaking glass, and this is all very new to us in Egypt. These are all new phenomena. What is it that's triggering them to do that much, to go that far?
If I would express about myself as a professor in the university, specifically for the government universities, I don't like the way that the higher education ministry dealing with the subjects. It's look like the decisions is not on place. Also, the thoughts about the way that the people dealing with the daily charge days in the universities is not like normal. And also will not believe that this is not a suitable time to back to the interior police to back again inside the university. So the story is need to evaluate the situation now after the fact that the accept is coming very badly from the peoples, with the young peoples. We support that they are very well organized mind, they have a good acknowledgement, they can deal with the civilization of the country in different way. But I don't believe very much these people, specifically for Azhar University or some universities like in Faculty of Engineering in Cairo University or in Helwan or in Alexandria, the way that the people as a students, they cannot do it by themselves. If you don't have a good organization of the professor staff and management skills inside the university, unless some management staff try to push or to facilitate any problems that happen, open the gate, push them, fill up their eyes, their ears, or to do something is different. And I do believe very much like what happened yesterday in Cairo University, that the dean of the Faculty of Engineering delivered his resignation to be out, try to show to the all international people that something is wrong inside the Cairo University, and this is not true. Now,
how do you think the university should have dealt with it?
I'm saying that the story is we need to evaluate the all universities management staff, because don't believe very much that since 2012, 2011, there is an election to hire the university's management in different way rather the system before the revolution. The system before the revolution tried to state that any professor had been selected to a high position in the management of the university shall be with some evaluation, some investigation reports, know well his political tendencies, and also the way in terms of relation, in terms of many things as a reporting. Now, according to the recently evaluation system had been applied to hire the new university managers, is completely different, is by election, and they try to get some accumulation of the people inside each university to hire a dedicated university manager with dedicated deans, and these people, majority of them, they are Muslim Brotherhood, which is very clear to all the peoples. Like what happened in Monofia University, all staff of the professors make a protesting and destroy a lot of buildings in Monofia University. Same happened. The first they are failed to do that in high staff rank, and now try to deliver the message to the students. And the students is the cultures specifically of Azhar University supposed to Muslims mind and attitude. But what happened in the last days, It showed that the mentalities is oriented and supported by some out of the country. The people not recognize and not accept the civilization of the way to deliver their protesting even under the law by well-organized system. And this is cannot accept it for very educated peoples, because very educated people shall recognize well, they shall be very civilized when they introduce their disagreed or agree for the protesting law. But the way they deal is just oriented for some political aims and targets had been promoted by the International Muslim Brothers Institute.
Dr. Gamal El-Ayoubi, thank you so much for joining us
Thank
today.
you very much.
Professor of Petroleum and Energy at the AUC and a political activist. Now we'll be moving to a short break and then we have our artistic segment where we have a young Egyptian musical talent, Mahmoud Kamel. Stay with us.
الدنيا مالها ولا احنا مالنا ولا الزمان نسانا ايه جرالنا. الدنيا مالها ولا احنا مالنا ولا الزمان نسانا ايه جرالنا. بقينا نحسد الظنون حسابنا ونحسد الصبر على صدقه ونقف بين العاشق وبين عشقه. نهرب من الصادقين إذا ضحكوا ونحسد البكين.